Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the Storm. Today we're talking about UFC fighter pay, and I don't intend for this to be a very long video because there are very good videos about it. Let's see. Patrick Gavia made a video about it. UFC pay. Yeah, there we go. Patrick Gavia made a serious video about it, and yeah, fight films by Patrick Gavia. So he broke it down in this video 3 years ago. So if I say anything now, it's going to be based on what this video is talking about. So watch this video. It's more important than what I have to say. However, the reason I'm making the video is because you have Johnny Walker. This is Johnny Walker. He's a UFC fighter. And Johnny Walker UFC, right? It's quite an unfortunate name. Oh, he's Brazilian. Wow. Okay. I thought he was American. All right. So the point I'm making, 1992. Wow. Okay. The point I'm making is that he is ranked number 12. He has how many fights in the UFC? So he's from the Contender Series. He came in 2018. He's 8 years in the UFC, right? 8 years in the UFC, and he's had lots of main event fights. Right. So anyway, so this is where we are. Zhang Mingyang. He last fought in August 23rd, 2025. Now, my issue is that a UFC fighter for a company that makes billions clearly has to do things like this to make money. He has to become an influencer. He has to start making YouTube videos. Instead of him to focus on his craft, focus on his training, focus on his things, he has to do YouTube videos, look for sponsorships, ask people to like and sub like the rest of us. I think that is strange. I think that is stupid. I know other people are doing it now, like football. Haaland has a channel, which to me is just disgusting that Haaland has a channel. Why do I say that? I think he should focus more on his sport than his social media presence. That's what I believe. Athletes should focus on their athletic pursuits. They should focus on being better rather than committing time, energy, and resources to building a social media following, creating content, and all this kind of stuff. To me, I think it's completely wrong. It's a misplacement of priorities.
Nice class.
I think the misplacement of priorities for an athlete to do these things, I think it's completely wrong. So the fact that he has to do it means that he doesn't have the money. At least with Haaland is the highest paid player in the Premier League. So we know he's doing it for fun. He's doing it to build his own profile, probably maybe for a career after football. But for Johnny Walker, he needs it to supplement his UFC income. So the fact that now UFC fighters are openly talking about fighter pay, I think it's strange. So let's hear what he's saying.
But it doesn't work like that. That's a myth. Let's talk about silly things. Back in the day when I fight, my first fight in UFC, I got 10,000.
10,000, the highest UFC, the highest MMA league in the world. The highest MMA league in the world pays you $10,000 a fight. You can misplace $10,000 on a bus. Like you can forget it in the bus and you wouldn't even realize that you left $10,000 on the bus. What do I mean by this? Ilia Topuria, the current UFC lightweight champion. Ilia Topuria, the current UFC lightweight champion, has to go on Aiden Ross's stream. Right? He has to go on Aiden Ross's stream to do all these funny things. 20K. Where was it? Yeah, here we go.
That's fine. So I don't have to hand it to Michelle. Get it from that side so I can show it. Alright, go for it. You go in there too.
So basically, he has to go on these shows, and the streamer is there flexing on him that, yeah, I have a $5 million bulletproof car and all this other stuff. This is the champion, the lightweight champion of the world. And had to be $20,000. He had to give him $20,000 cash. And Topuria had to refuse it and stuff like that. My point is that if the UFC was paying people correctly, they wouldn't have to go on these shows they won't have to go on social media to try to buttress their income. But then you look at this here. It says purse as a take home. In reality, you get a $10,000 purse. You pay 30% in taxes, 10% to your manager, 10% to your coach. You go home with $5,000. But then you have all these expenses. Let's check it out.
First fight, my first contract, and increase usually 2 more every time. So first fight 10 plus 10, second fight 12 plus 12, then 14 plus 14, 16 plus 16, and maybe a next contract, and then boom boom. But let's talk about the first and the reality. 10,000, and if you lose, boom, I lose the fight, the first fight. What you gonna bring home? First of all, if you fight in United States, the tax is deducted straight away from your purse because you're not resident here and they don't know how much your expenses are. So they're gonna take 30% for 10,000 is already.
What? 30%? Because you're not even resident. Oh my God.
3,000 off your pocket. Then usually 10-15% to the management. So from 10,000 before all expenses, 1 more thousand off. So we have 6 left. And then 10% maybe coach, 5,000 in your pocket. Not yet. You have a lot of other expenses to build up to the training camp, to the fight, and let's talk about this now.
So the fighter bears all those costs. Honestly, I don't want to make this a long video, but that is insane to me. So you have it from the mouth of the fighter, who's telling you that the fighter bears all these costs.
Let's recap, class. We start with $10,000 and you lose the fight. The worst situation. And then you pay 30% tax because you maybe in a different country. 10% manager, 10% or 5% coach, left in your pocket, 5,000. And then we go through all expenses. Around, I'm going low here. Your nutrition on your camping training, 500 for 2 months camping, maybe more than that.
8-week camp, $500 for nutrition. Okay, for an 8-week camp.
Food is so expensive in supplement too. Recovery, around 800, massages and saunas and everything else, maybe gym. Medicals, around 300. Extra flights, maybe 2 extra flights you wanna bring, maybe 1. So, $1,000. And extra accommodation, $1,000. Let's see how much is that.
Let's see. So 5,000 gone already. 5, 6, 3, 6, 6. This is 8. This is 8, 3, 9, 3. So that's $700 left.
Anyone? How much is that? How much? Exactly.
$700.
$400 in your pocket.
Okay.
Equal?
$400. Okay. So, all right. Is that slavery? Can we call that slavery? Right? Slavery. What is? Let's define slavery. Slavery. Ownership of a person as property in regards to their labor. That's it. So leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Out. Crazy.